What's going on, everybody? This is Drew. We are here again today. We'll do part two, Marketing 102. So we started a conversation. Our last conversation was Marketing 101. Shout out to my man Trust God, my man Bruce Warwick. Go and check him out. I'll put his link in the comments. And I mean, not in the comments, but in the details, so you guys can check him out. And I got to go back and do the same thing for Black Tag. But definitely make sure you check out the Trust God brand. He makes some quality product as well. I love my city. I love my peoples in my city, and I love what they're doing. They're doing some great stuff. So we'll definitely be introducing Bruce personally to you guys on the Heart Thoughts podcast once that launches in a couple weeks. So I want to get right into this though, so we can get uh, some more tactics. We can get some tactics tackled about marketing. The last conversation we just did a lot of mindset stuff, how you're supposed to approach it, what you should be thinking, and now we're gonna do some tactical stuff, practical. So, last time we spoke, we talked about what did we talk about? Marketing. So word of mouth. We can call it one. Because it's two different sides. Marketing is mainly, the biggest marketing plays are going to be two angles. So you'll have word of mouth, and then you'll have paid ads. Now, in my opinion, as a business owner, mainly, and even now, you can utilize social media if you're in sales. If you're in sales, you want to heavily utilize social media. But the thing is, you're going to need both. I do feel like word of mouth is a more powerful, more efficient, and more effective way to connect with people. But with 7+ billion people on the planet, it'll be almost impossible to reach 7 billion people. It'll be impossible to reach 1 billion people, honestly. Not impossible, but I mean, it's tough without having some other extra added emphasis on your marketing. So that's where you go into paid ads. Paid ads is what's beneficial for that when you're looking to reach a large number of people. So we'll just give the perks on each one. The first thing we'll talk about is word of mouth marketing. So what's the best thing about word of mouth marketing? What is one of the perks? One of the perks is relationships. This is the foundation of every network marketing company. They want you to leverage relationships. With relationships being leveraged, word of mouth marketing gives you quite a few things. Number one, it gives you immediate trust with the audience you're looking to reach. I'm quite sure you'll take a referral from somebody to go try a dish or go try a restaurant or a movie when it's directly coming from somebody that you personally know. That's a powerful form of marketing. The bad thing about that is the companies that you do that for, a lot of times we recommend plenty of things, but they don't pay you or give you any added extras for doing them or sending them any business most of the time. And that's a big issue I have with certain companies. A lot of companies are starting to get more into the word of mouth marketing. I know one of the local car companies here, if you refer 10 people to them, your car becomes free. 10 people come buy cars from them, your car is free. Now they've made maybe probably $100,000 more or more off of what you've actually referred them as far as business, and they can definitely wipe your $10,000 plus debt free if that's what they do. But a lot of companies are having a referral system where if you recommend their business or their product or their service to other people, they decide to utilize that service or product, and now your utilization becomes free, or you get some added bonuses for that. So that's definitely a great perk. And the main factor is the trust. You build the trust when you have that warm contact. It's more of a warm market welcome when you're doing word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth marketing is very powerful because, like I said, you get the relationships, the trust factor is definitely there. And another thing you have to really recognize and pay attention to is your overall presentation. So, as a sales associate, as an entrepreneur, when you meet people, Even if it's cold market. Warm market is people you already know. People you know, they at least recognize you. They know your name. You can have a conversation with them, so they're willing to open up and talk to you about whatever it is that you're talking about. The other side to that is cold market marketing, and that's mainly you meeting people you don't know, but personally, directly. Cold market definitely is paid ads is in there, but it's you want to be able to turn a cold market prospective client to a warm market prospective client. Network marketing leveraged that heavy, and that was a good skill of mine. If I went out to talk to 5 people, I 9 times out of 10 would get 5 phone numbers. We would reconnect, and they would let me know if they were interested in whatever we were doing when it came to business. And I still utilize that skill now. I do it heavily for real estate. Yes, I do invest in real estate a little bit. And I do it heavily for any particular business move because my strength, my true wealth is in my network. The people that I know, the people that I'm connected to, and that's why the Connector's Handbook is so important. Again, if you haven't really thought about getting it, you definitely want to get that book when it drops. It's still in editing. It's a process. I'm not familiar with how books work, but I do know as soon as it's out, I'll let you guys know once it's available and you can get that. But you definitely want to get that book because that book is going to help you guys fine tune your skills when it comes to connecting with cold market people to grow your business. That's really where the money is. You can gain some money in your relationships as far as warm market, but the cold market is really where you make most of your money. The bulk of your money is going to come from the cold market, and that's where you want to get that skill for connecting with people. Now, the trust factor is definitely built in your relationships. So how do you, let's say, if you wanted to attack the cold market, what would you have to do? Well, you have to dress for success. So your dress has to be a certain way. If I'm looking to connect with certain prospects, certain clients or prospective clients, I need to look a certain way because their first impression of me is what's going to allow them to want to either do business with me or not. So your first impression happens before you open your mouth. It's the way you look, the way you carry yourself, your mannerisms. Then it's how you talk. How you talk, how do you communicate? Effective communication. Can you speak their language? Can you communicate effectively with them in a way that makes them want to get more information about your product, your service, learn about your business, your company? So what can you do to get these things together? These two are very key. Your first few words during a conversation and the way your appearance is when you first meet that person. Obviously, you want to be connecting or looking to connect with people who are considered your your avatar. Whoever your avatar is, who is your ideal clients, you want to talk to them. Now, if you're in business or you're in sales, this is a numbers game. Both are actually numbers games. One is more effective when it comes to going through the numbers. If you're looking to make direct contact and efficiently make those contacts, word of mouth is it. We'll get to the paid ads and why that's a plus, but you would have to do an amazing amount of numbers in the paid ad area in order to sell a certain amount of product or service. It's very cold. Now you're really touching on people's desires. They have to have a certain desire, and I think that's the one benefit to paid ads or that type of marketing. When it comes to business, you want to touch their desire regardless, right? That's what you're trying to do to advertise to them and market to them. When it's paid ads, you can really fine tune who you want to connect with. But the problem is the amount of times they have to see this. They probably have to see it 7 times before they really recognize it and pay it any attention. It's over 20 times before they actually buy. So you have to find a way to get this particular product or service in front of the right people more than 20 times before they say, okay, maybe I'll get some more information, and then a few more times before they say, okay, I'll buy. Okay? So This is a lot more inefficient. It's easier, but it's inefficient. Costs a lot of money. You gotta have some bread for that. Because honestly, if you're gonna keep throwing money at a problem, eventually the problem becomes so big that it just catches your dollars and eats your dollars. So you have to figure out a way to really monetize both. And as a sales professional or an entrepreneur, the most effective way is through your relationships. You want to be able to connect effectively no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you go. You want to be able to have those relationships where you have trust. You want to present yourself correctly to them with the way your appearance is, you're dressed, and you definitely want to talk their language. So no, my six-figure friends who have traditional businesses or they're in sales, we wouldn't have the same conversation as maybe somebody that is, a median income earner, maybe $50,000, $40,000 a year, and they're a friend of mine. We are on a different levels. So no, we're not gonna have the same conversation. I can't say, "Hey, what's up?" to all of my business contacts. Maybe a few of them because we have a different relationship, different rapport is there, and that took time to build because of the relationship and trust. But I can go to, my median income friends and, we have a regular conversation because they're not high level business people. You know what I mean? So if I was to sell them something, I can be a lot more natural when I talk to them as opposed to when it comes to selling something more high ticket. I may need to use a certain type of language, certain gestures, certain hand movements, the way I'm dressed, the way I present myself to that group of individuals. It'll probably be what would either make or break the sale. Okay? But word of mouth is still the most powerful to me. Word of mouth marketing. So that's where you really want to live. You want to build most of your business here because this is where you gain most of your clients for life. If you have a high ticket product, if you have, and I mean high ticket as in it costs a lot of money. Costs a lot of money to have your product. So high ticket product, paid ads is if you have a low ticket product, to me, doesn't cost that much. You can definitely move a lot of product that way and get your message out to the masses. The key to both of these options, and obviously I'm not going to go too deep, but I do want to give you guys one concept, just one concept that I know you've never heard of. Okay. I hope you guys can see that at the bottom of the screen. The concept of information flow. Now, I can't take credit for this. I'm not even sure if I should be teaching this. One of my business coaches, call him Uncle Frank, hit on this particular concept, and he would teach it constantly throughout his trainings. But this concept is how you really get a business out there. Information has to flow. Now, your job is to be the conduit for information. If I have a product or a service, my goal is to get that product or service pumped into the market that I'm looking to market to. So you have to figure out what's the best ways to pump that information. Now, for certain products or service, the word of mouth marketing strategy is definitely the most effective. And then for other products or service, it's paid ads. You can pay for that particular advertisement to go out to numerous people. You can't guarantee any sales. You won't be able to guarantee any sales or guarantee any money made. I can guarantee you more numbers you go through with word of mouth because it's a stronger connection with whoever you're looking to sell to. That will give you the revenue you're looking to have for the most part. It's a good starting base. Eventually, yes, you'll have to move and transition to paid ads, but that comes with, again, That comes with your history. That comes with the legacy you built. Uh, Quite a few things that it has to happen in order for you to transition to paid ads becoming your main focus for business. But you have to almost become a household name to some degree. Um, I'll go back to our example with Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, um, they're not all word of mouth marketing, and I think I kind of was generalizing. For the most part, in my opinion, they get their customers from word of mouth because people tell other people, people see certain things, and now you got an experience where you like, I want that experience as well because it's an elite vehicle. But I don't really see too many paid ads. Not sure if they do. Maybe they don't do them here because it is an import. However, um, if they do them there, then cool. I've never seen one. I've never seen a commercial for Rolls Royce. I've never seen a commercial for high level Mercedes or even BMWs. And again, with the fashion world, never seen a commercial for a lot of those high fashion brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that other stuff. I don't see any commercials for those. But just like I told you guys the last time we talked, once I got on my phone and checked through social media, I'll probably start to see certain things come up, and definitely did. As soon as I logged on to Facebook, it was my great nephew's birthday. So I got a notification saying it's his birthday, and somebody just posted somewhere. His dad and his mom posted pictures, and I go click on Facebook, and I go right to Facebook. What happens is as soon as I get to Facebook, in my news feed, at the top of that news feed, the first thing I see is Rolls Royce, and then under Rolls Royce in faint letters it says sponsored. So that means they paid for that ad to be out, but why would that show up in my news feed? So technology is now eavesdropping on our conversations to some degree. So in business, it is, I guess it's beneficial to them. It's definitely creepy to me. But yeah, so that is Marketing 102. Again, this is a base level concept, and you want to get more information on word of mouth marketing, paid ads, and this information flow concept. I am not going to go into here. That is something I get paid to teach people. So, we won't talk about that here. I definitely have some clients who are going to want that or are getting that information because I understand it at a certain level. But information flow is very key. When you understand the concept of information flowing, and the bare bones of it is you just want constant information to flow out there. So you use numerous ways to market to your avatar or your target audience about your product or service. And it can be anything from a pen to a pad to if you can pay for buses and all that, anything, any type of marketing tool you can possibly use, because everything is marketing. Now, the one thing I will hit on is word of mouth marketing. That is really about you. You become your billboard. You become the marketing tool. So everything about you as a business owner or a sales professional, you embody marketing. So you have to be very aware of how you look, how you talk, and how you address certain situations. Because if you're a business person, you can't just have your personal life separate from your business life. Too bad it doesn't work like that. A lot of times we're judged on everything that we do. So many times, like I spoke about network marketing in our last conversation, what would happen is people who would get involved with network marketing wouldn't have the skill to actually grow a business and create a following and introduce a product to a network. And one of my business coaches, Jerry Wilkins, said that you typically pay the price for who you were prior to your decision to get involved with business. It's either it will shortcut your success or it'll slow down your success because of who you were at that time. So that's really a character thing. Character, integrity. People have to know you for business. But I can tell you this: once they know you for business, once you have built yourself as a reputable business person, people then come to you for different business advice and different information, and it happens all the time. In the beginning of my career, business wise, I was young. I didn't really know too much about business, but over the years and as time progressed and I began to develop, people reach out to me all the time for different business ideas, business ventures. So that's a blessing. I don't take it for granted, but it's based on my network. And that came from word of mouth marketing. 9 times out of 10, if I see a paid ad and it's not something I have a desire for, I don't really check it out, dig deep into it, or invest in it. But if I have a desire for it, that makes word of mouth marketing a lot more effective. So you want to make sure that you network and you market to those who have a desire when it comes to your word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth marketing and pay ads, you want to definitely do that. Now with word of mouth marketing, you're looking for people who have that desire. You have to do some digging, you have to do some connecting, and that's where I come in. I teach people how to do that. So if that's something you want to learn how to do on a high level and be effective, we should talk. Let's have a conversation. But other than that, we're going to keep having our conversations business-wise no matter what. Obviously, it's only so much I can cover in a small period of time. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. So until the next time, this is Drew Dockery here. Again, the Connector's Handbook is coming out soon. You definitely want to get that book. And until then, dream bigger, believe better, and expect greater. I'll talk to you guys soon.